Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Hannah, and if you don't know, I'm in nursing school, and today is actually the first day of classes this semester. I'm starting level 2, and I'm really excited, but also the first day of the first week is always the most stressful because you're looking at the syllabus and the calendar and trying to figure out and plan everything for the semester, and it can be really overwhelming. So today I wanted to make a video just kind of explaining how I put my binders together and organize that, kind of walk you through how I fill out my planner and the techniques and like color coding and stuff that I use that might be helpful. I know I love watching these videos, so if you enjoy, give it a thumbs up and let's go. Okay, so I kind of just wanted to show you my binders and what I already have together. I have 3 classes, so 3 binders, they're all color coded. And I got artsy and drew a little picture to put inside of each of them. This yellow mustardy binder is for caring for the chronically ill. And on the inside, I just have a pocketed folder. I also like having a pocketed folder separate from lecture notes because if you have a lab, like in this class, this is probably gonna be my lab folder. So I can put all of my lab stuff in here. And then in the rings, I can put like the lecture notes and stuff I print off. Then I have a spiral notebook just for like when I'm in Zoom class or on campus and I want to take notes. Next, I have chronic care coordination. And this class, I don't think is gonna be as note heavy. So I have a 1.5 inch binder for this one as opposed to the 2 inch for med-surg. And then I just have a spiral notebook in here. Next is population health. This one also has a lab. So I have another pocketed folder and I'll just separate my lab stuff in here. And then a spiral notebook. So we've gone through all the binders, and obviously I still have to print a lot of stuff and put in here like notes and the syllabus and the calendar, and I'll show you how I do that later, but I'm just gonna show the rest of my supplies that I have. Mostly I'm just reusing from last time, but this is my planner. Obviously I have not filled out anything, not even in August. Here you can kind of see like how I block out my schedule and plan out like color code and everything. Next, I have a little pencil pouch that I got from Etsy, and I have just a bunch of highlighters and pens in here. Yeah, this is it. These are my favorite pens. Mechanical pencil for the win, Sharpie, always use Sharpie. And then I have a bunch of these mild liners, which I love. These are my favorite highlighters ever. These colors I am so happy about because they perfectly coordinate with my binders, as you can see. This one is gonna go with this. This yellow mustardy one's gonna go with that one. One of these will go with this. And that's kind of how I'm gonna separate my planner and like keep the classes distinguished. So I also have post-it notes that are the same exact colors of these, pink, orange, and yellow. And this is gonna help when I'm taking notes in the book. So I'll already have the book highlighted that color, and then I'll also have the post-it note that color. That way it just sticks clear in my brain, like what class I'm working on, what I need to be focusing on, and I can just keep it straight. Also have just a bunch of mechanical pencils for extras because I always lose these somehow. So I just like to have a lot on hand. So now I think we're gonna head to the office, the business office at my apartment complex, and go print everything and get everything straight and set it up in here. And then I'll focus on looking at Canvas, customizing Canvas with my colors, and I'll show you how to do that as well. And then really scheduling out my planner. So let's go. So I have everything printed out, and now I just kind of need to like sift through these papers and see what order I want to put them in the folders, and then just to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now I'll kind of walk you through this binder. So when you open it, I like to have the calendar right there so I can look and check off everything. Then I have the syllabus, then just like a little study guide template, some lab values that are really important, and then it goes into the notes. So I have the notes organized by week 1 and then week 2 and then so on. And then as the weeks come, I'll just print off more notes and add them in there, but then flip to the lab folder, and then I have all of the lab printouts that we need, and that's where I'm gonna keep all the lab stuff. I also wanted to just mention and show you the books that we have to get for the semester. So I got the level 2 bundle, which is what I've been told the easiest and cheapest way to get it. It's definitely worth it. So this is the access code. Then we have the Pop Health book. I have the Psychiatric Mental Health Nursing, and then the beast of them all, med-surg. This is definitely the biggest book, also probably the hardest class. Just wanted to show you the book so that you can kind of see what we have to use. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of go in Canvas. This is just the platform that our college uses, and I'll always go to the dashboard. And the first thing that I do every semester is change the colors of the classes to match whatever color I have coordinated for that class, like for my binders and my planner, so that it is all cohesive. So if you click on these three dots and go to color, there's a bunch of basic colors right here, but if you see this number, that's actually a color code. And if you go to a website and click color codes, I guess they're called HTML color codes, but click on that. You can find literally any color you want. All you have to do is just copy that code and paste it into here, and then you have your perfect color code. So I've already went ahead and picked some that I wanted to use. Go through and kind of pick through like the classes and see what's important to put in the calendar, and then kind of arrange that. Pro tip, always write in pencil in your calendars just in case dates change or you have to redo something. Now I'm going to go through my calendar. It's not good to rely fully on this because sometimes teachers don't have everything on here, but for the most part the main things are on there, and I'll kind of go and outline that, and then I can go back through and pick through the classes and see what the due dates are. Quick lunch break. As of right now, this is what my planner is looking like. I made a little color code key, that way I know what everything is in case I forget. And I always forget like the numbers of the courses, so that was really helpful for me to be able to look at. So it looks kind of bare right now, but once I have Zooms that are kind of like the orientation for the week, I'll write in more, but right now I don't want to write in too much and then have to erase and redo everything. So this is what I have for now. But the classes that are fully highlighted are ones that are like actual classes, so either on campus or Zoom. And I always write what class and the time, and then if it's on campus, I'll usually specify. The ones that are outlined are assignments, so I like to highlight the ends so that it's not fully highlighted, and I don't think it's an actual class I have to go to, but it's still obvious which class it's for by what color it's highlighted. So I like to organize it that way. Each week is when I'll usually kind of break down the weeks more and fill that in as I know what I personally need to get done every day. So like today, the 31st, I would have put like wake up, breakfast, Bible study, check Canvas, check emails, and then like all the assignments I need to get done that day, whatever it may be, I would write that here. That way I have a personal like to-do list and I can actually check it off because big to-do list person. Okay, so everything is pretty much done as of now. I've filled out my planner, organized my binders and stuff, and I still have a lot of dates to add to the planner, but I feel like I'll get those throughout the week and as time goes on more. So I don't want to stress out too much about not having a full planner yet. But I wanted to walk you guys through my binders last semester so you can kind of get a good idea of what they look like when they're actually full and how I kind of use them throughout the semester. And I want to do a video eventually just about like study tips and tricks and all of that for nursing school and how I study and make my notes and all of that. But for now, I'll just walk you through just my binders and what they look like. So excuse the mess, but this is where I keep my school stuff. Because we don't really have a good office or desk space or anything like that. But I just have all my ATI books in here. This is for, I think this is like all of them. I have an old planner. I have a little dry erase board in here, some extra notebook paper, extra folder. And then these 4 are my big binders from last semester in level 1. And then I have some index cards, and then these are all of my books from last semester. And then there's my nursing badge, my clinical badge. Then in here I have my stethoscope, pen lights, and I think that's it. And then this is my blood pressure cuff in here. think that's it. But I'm gonna pull these down and kind of show you like through my Pharm and Fundamentals binders. Here's my pharmacology binder from last semester. And in here I always have my class schedule or course calendar, my syllabus, and then I printed off all of the lecture notes and ended up realizing that I don't like to write in the lecture notes as much because sometimes I just feel like it's easier to type things out. Like in this one, at the beginning of the semester, I would take notes and everything. But I just feel like it's easier to have it all organized on a piece of paper that I can print out later and study from in like the kind of organization that I learn best from, rather than just on those slides. So didn't really write a whole lot in that, but it was useful to follow along when they were in lectures. These are majority of what I studied. Like every binder clip in here is an exam's worth of material. So exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, and exam 4, the final. So everything is pretty much organized in here. This is a good example of how I normally do it. I'll type notes out as I'm listening to the lecture or just adding to it, and then I'll print it out, highlight, and take notes on it so that I can really get that like writing aspect and feel like I'm learning better and highlighting and just going over it again and repeating the material. I know you can't see this really well, but like I said, I'll make a new video soon about study tips and how I study, what helps me and everything, but I just wanted you to get a glimpse of like what my binder will look like and how I kind of use that. So once I like finish something in here, an assignment or a reading or a week, I'll cross it off just so that I know that I completed all of that. This is fundamentals, and it's basically the same thing. Then here in the back you get to like the exam material and stuff, and this was the lab stuff that I printed out that I did as well in my separate folder. So yep, that's it. Okay, so that's basically the video. I just wanted to kind of walk you through what I do on the first day, and now that the first day is over, it's behind us. It was really overwhelming actually, and I thought I would be more prepared because I was coming from first level and second, but joke's on me because it was just as overwhelming this time because it's all new stuff. And this time we're actually going to get to go to the hospitals for clinicals, unlike last semester because of COVID. So I'm having to like figure out clinical schedules and everything. And some professors haven't emailed out everything yet. So a lot of it's still up in the air. But for now, I feel like I got a pretty good schedule and everything down. So as the semester progresses, it'll get a little bit easier with time. It always does. So I hope you enjoyed me taking you along for my first day of level 2, and I hope that maybe you picked up a tip or a trick. I hope you liked this video, so if you did, give it a thumbs up. See you guys in the next one. When I was trapped, you showed an open door.
Living in a dark, clouded haze, we danced, we fought. We were bound to make mistakes, real love